Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord, hallelujah.
We primarily belong to God, then to our country. Peace be with you. Friends, today's passage is a well-known passage which deals with paying taxes. The interesting conversation is centered around Jesus and the Herodians. Now, who are Herodians? Herodians are Jews who accepted Herod as their king. They had no problem with Roman rule over Israel. It was said that the pious Jews hated the Herodians for their stand, because the Jews wanted to be politically free from the Roman government. Reading the Gospel, we come to know that the whole purpose of Herodians' approach is to trap Jesus. Defamation or character assassination was their sole motive. Just ponder over their question. Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar? If Jesus says yes, then the Jews will be offended and would begin to hate Jesus. If he says no, then he would be called a revolutionary. The Romans won't be happy with him. Before sharing my thoughts on the amazing answer of Jesus, I want to warn you that character like Herodians can come into our lives too. They initially throw flattering remarks at Jesus, and then they drop the bomb. This kind of people can get into our lives and do the same. More so, they can distract us from our original goals. Friends, let us pray so that we may have the grace to avoid them. Now, Jesus gives them an amazing reply. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God. Jesus presents two images here. One is of Caesar and the other is of God. He tells them and us to remain faithful to our country and its leaders, however cruel and unfit they may be, and remain faithful to God as well. But there is a line between these two images. If your faithfulness to your country and its leaders drifts you away from being faithful to God, then you choose God, not your country. Choose God over your country, because the Creator is more important than the created realities. Heaven is valued more than anything in this world. I will substantiate the above thought with the exemplary lives of the early Christians. Friends, the early Christians were under the Roman rule. The Christian community was a peaceful community. It is the same even now to a large extent. They paid their taxes. But when the Romans forced all their citizens to worship the image of Caesar and offer sacrifices to the image, the Christians did not come forward to do it, because it went against their faith. By doing worship to Caesar, they could not claim their faithfulness to God. They were ready even to die for their faith. I hope that you have now got the real point of Jesus' amazing answer to the Herodians. Friends, we primarily belong to God, then to our country. Let this be our reflection for today. God bless you.